What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going over how to blend strength and conditioning, how to train like a hybrid athlete if your goal is to build strength and muscle mass. I'm going to take you through two separate workouts. I'm going to take you through a arm emphasis day where we're focused on building muscle, building strength, overloading, trying to build some mass. And then I'm also going to take you through a separate workout where I'm blending in strength and conditioning and showing you how those two can both blend in your program. You can run, you can do cardio and still build muscle. Cardio does not kill gains. It does not kill muscle mass. You just have to structure things. And that's exactly what I want to provide and show you on this YouTube channel. So if you're interested in learning more about that and you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And with that said, let's hop into our workout today. Like I said, today is an arm emphasis day. This is going to be a great workout if you're trying to build some big arms to really grow your biceps and your triceps. So let's hop into it. All right, so I just wrapped up my warm-up. I did a little bit of light rowing, got some blood flowing, got a little bit of sweat going, did my dynamic warm-up, and now we are ready to hop into this workout. So before we hop into that, I'm gonna mix up a scoop of our pink Starburst Thick Grind electrolytes. This is something that is gonna be a game changer, especially if you're training like hybrid athletes. You may already be taking electrolytes. If you're not, it's gonna be a huge thing you can add to your program. The way that I'll mix it up for strength training workouts is I'll mix a scoop up, sip on it throughout the workouts, just to stay hydrated. When you're training like a hybrid athlete, drinking plain water is not going to cut it. So if you'd like to check out our electrolytes, thickgrindformula.com. I'll leave the link in the description below. I'll even leave you a discount code below. You can go check it out and save some money on your first order. So I'm gonna mix this up, sip on this throughout the workout. We're gonna hop into the primer. I'll do a voiceover of the workout and explain everything that we're doing, why we're doing it, the sets, the reps, the rest times, and just give you all the details on how to build some big arms.
All right, so starting this workout off with a primer. The whole goal behind a primer is to get some blood flow, especially in the biceps and triceps. We have some compound movements next. So the goal is just to activate the muscle, get some blood flow, and get a pump. So I did a single arm tricep kickback. With this one, doing it a little bit differently, trying to get your arm down and then back behind yourself. And that's going to hit the long head of your tricep. And then I did a double arm cable curl. On both of these, I did 3 sets, and I did anywhere from 12 to 15 reps. Kept the weight moderate, so it wasn't like super, super heavy. But the whole goal, like I said, is to prime the muscle, get some blood flow, kind of build that mind-muscle connection. And by the end of 3 rounds, you should be ready to go because there is some more compound movements next. And by doing a little primer first, it kind of allows you to target the biceps and the triceps, which is the whole focus of today's workout. So after the primer, 3 rounds of that, I went into a close grip bench press superset with a chin up. So using the close grip bench press and the chin up as compound movements to progressively overload over time. A lot of your bicep and tricep exercises, there's a lot of isolation, and that's great. It's going to help you get volume, but if you're never getting stronger in a muscle group, you're never going to see progression over time. So using exercise like a close grip bench press and a chin up, which are going to hit your triceps and your biceps. Yeah, your lat's going to work a little bit on the chin up, but it's going to allow you to overload, get stronger over time, which is going to place the stimulus on the muscle to grow. So I did 3 sets of 8 reps on each of these. And then on the last set of each of these, I did a drop set. So keeping it heavy, I think on all 3 of the sets, I did 205 pounds on the close grip bench press. And then when I finished my last rep on the 3rd set, dropped off some weight and did a drop set. And then on the chin up, I think I did 3 sets of 8 with 45 pounds, took off the weight belt, and then I went to 8 body weight chin ups. Just a little intensity technique that you can use, again, to create a little more stimulus to help your body break down more muscle tissue and force your body to build muscle. Drop sets, you want to take the set to failure. So I think I got like 8 reps on the close grip and then 8 reps on the chin up. But these are the last couple reps. This is what it should look like. It should look like you can barely squeak it out and barely lock out that rep. After that superset, I went into some more isolation. So doing an overhead tricep extension. And with this, you can either use dumbbells, you can use cable like I'm using here, but the main thing is to try to get overhead to target the long head of your tricep. And if you look at the tricep, the long head is the biggest part of your tricep. And if you don't get overhead and you don't get a stretch on that tricep, you can't target that muscle. So it's a very important piece to building bigger arms is developing the long head of your tricep. So going overhead, trying to tuck my elbows, and then at the top, trying to separate the rope handles. And I did 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps, trying to take it as close as I can to muscle failure on each rep, on each set. And then I superset it with a cable hammer curl. I really like this attachment. If you don't have this attachment, or even if you don't have a cable, you can use dumbbells. That works just as good. But working the hammer curl, that's going to help you target, again, a different part of your bicep. We don't want to do the same exact 4 bicep exercises that are hitting the same part of your biceps. You want to change the angles, change the grips, just like you would for any other muscle group, and that's going to help you develop the muscle fully. Otherwise, if you just do, say, like a barbell curl and a dumbbell curl and a cable curl, you're never going to see progress. The finisher on this workout, doing some drop sets. So going 3 rounds on each of these. And I just did all the bicep curls first. And then after I was done with my 3 rounds, then I went to the 3 rounds of the triceps. What we're doing here is double drop sets. So loaded up the bar. I ended up doing, 75 pounds to start. So 3 5s on each side. Do 8 reps. Take off a 5 and go right into another 8 reps. Each set should pretty much feel like the previous weight. So it's going to feel like all 3 sets are at the weight that you're doing to start with, and you can use a weight that's challenging for you. This was definitely super challenging for me because every set is almost taken to muscle failure, and then again, take off another 5 pounds on each side and go another 8 reps. I did 3 total rounds of this, so 3 sets of 8, 8, 8. It took about a minute in between sets, just enough time to kind of put those plates back on, and really just every set is just total muscle failure. That's the idea here. It's just racking up volume, hitting muscle failure, placing the stimulus on your muscle to grow. Because if we don't do that, you're never going to build muscle. You have to place the stimulus in the gym first. Doing the same concept for the triceps, doing a tricep push down, rope push down drop set. So 8, drop 10 pounds, 8, drop 10 pounds, 8. With this, you can use whatever attachment you like. So whether you like the rope or you like the straight bar or you like the V-bar or whatever your personal preference is, what I would just say is pick an attachment that you feel your triceps work the most. If you're using an attachment where you don't feel that muscle working, try a different one. See if you can maybe try a different attachment to get better activation or slightly maneuver your body. Sometimes I have to hinge over a little bit and press down and out, and that helps me feel my triceps. If I'm standing straight up and down, I don't necessarily feel my triceps. Sometimes my shoulders like to take over. So figure out what works for you and stick with that and hit 3 drop sets, take them all to failure.
All right, so that is a wrap for our arm workouts. I'm going to take you through my post-workout meal. I have 3 more personal training sessions tonight, this evening. So definitely got to fuel up, make sure that we get some carbs, get some protein in after that workout, because training hybrid, you got to be fueling your body. You got to make sure that you're staying on top of your protein intake. You got to make sure that you're getting enough high quality carbohydrates. You got to make sure that you're hydrating and you're using electrolytes to set yourself up for success. So I am going to do, this is a pretty typical like post-workout meal for me. I'm going to do 2 packets. I did opt for lower sugar oatmeal. This is something really easy that I'll keep here at the gym. It's just Quaker. There's still something left in the pack there. It's just Quaker lower sugar instant oatmeal packs. Just pop those in the microwave, 90 seconds. Got oatmeal all over myself. I have a couple swigs left of my electrolytes. So after that, I'm going to do 2 scoops of our whey protein powder, chocolate delight flavor. And then I'm also going to do 1 banana. So this will give me a good amount of carbohydrates. 2 scoops of our protein is going to have 48 grams of protein. So I'll be set to go for the next couple hours until I can get home later tonight and have another meal. So today, really focusing on building strength and building mass. Arm focused day. Right now in my program, I'm trying to focus on building mass, building muscle, building strength while still training hybrid. So what I'm going to do is tomorrow's workout is a leg and conditioning workout. I'm going to show you how you can focus on still training in this hybrid style where you're mixing strength and conditioning together in your program, but not completely neglecting your cardio, but also not doing so much cardio that you're not going to be able to recover. You're not going to be able to emphasize building muscle. At the end of the day, ask yourself what your personal goal is. So right now, my personal goal is to still train hybrid. I want the best of both worlds. I want to focus on building muscle and building strength. I want to improve my cardiovascular system and just improve my overall health. But right now, a little bit more emphasis on the strength and muscle mass. Say that you want to sign up for a race, you might have a little bit more emphasis on running or the conditioning. That's okay. That's great. That's really what hybrid allows you to do, is to mix both. So Stay tuned for the next clip. You're going to see my leg conditioning workout. I'm going to show you how you can blend that into your hybrid training program. So it is the next day. I just wrapped up my leg and conditioning workouts. I'll do a full voiceover in a second and just explain everything that we're doing. But overall, that was a really good workout. If you're looking to switch up your leg workout, definitely try this out. You know, I'm sipping on my electrolytes. This is exactly why hybrid athletes, you need electrolytes, because after a workout like this, I am soaked. And if I don't replenish those electrolytes that I lost through my sweat, it's going to impact my recovery. It's going to impact the next workout. So definitely go try out some Pink Starburst electrolytes. You will not be disappointed. So full strength, full leg workout, full conditioning workouts. I'll do a voiceover, explain what we're doing, and just tell you the thought process behind this workout.
So started this workout off with some deadlifts. You know, this is one of the main strength movements for the lower body that I'm trying to overload right now. After doing a bunch of warm-ups and doing some barbell deadlift warm-ups, went to 3 sets of 6. I started off with 315 and then did 365 and then 405. It's been a while since I've been able to successfully overload on deadlifts. I've been dealing with some just like weird hip lingering injury, pain type things. And if you've ever experienced that, you know, it just kind of lingers and it's frustrating. So it felt really good to lift heavier on the deadlift. That's something that I'm going to be focusing on, trying to build my deadlift back up now that I'm feeling a little better. After that, go into some volume supersets. So I did a hack squat with a close stance, supersetted with a leg extension. And the main focus on this superset is to target the quads. So it's the same muscles working back and forth, which is going to cause a lot of muscle breakdown, a lot of fatigue, and a gnarly pump. If you don't have access to a hack squat, that's perfectly fine. You can do a closer stance barbell squat or a closer stance dumbbell squat. What I would do, though, is I would try to elevate your heels. That's going to help you be able to get with that closer stance and get into better positions and not start to work the wrong muscles. So if you don't have a hack squat, that's perfectly fine. You could do a close stance dumbbell squat, and it's going to work just as good. But ended up doing sets of 8, going as heavy as I could while keeping good tempo, keeping good form. Went over to the leg extension, and I did 10 to 12 reps, just taking it to muscle failure and really trying to focus on squeezing at the top every rep. Not trying to lift with ego or use momentum, just coming down, control, and then just lifting with the quads. Trying to check the ego at the door and make sure that we're breaking down the right muscle group that we're trying to target and trying to grow. After that, did another superset of a single leg hamstring curl, trying to work each hamstring independently. I've noticed that on my RDLs, I do have one hamstring that's a little bit stronger. So that's something that I'm going to try and emphasize to try and even that back out. You know, over time, you might find imbalances when you train over the course of years and years and years, and you just want to be proactive with that and try to even out those imbalances. But did 3 sets of that, 10 to 12 reps. And then, yes, I do calf work. My calves are tiny, but I do still work them. I did a single leg, almost like a donkey calf raise type movement, just trying to focus on isolating the calves, especially if you do some running. It's a good idea to strengthen your calves. Even if they're tiny like mine, that's okay, still strengthen them. Conditioning piece. So this is where we are blending strength and conditioning. This is what I'm doing a lot of right now. I'll run 1 to 2 days a week, but then do a lot of circuits like this. So what I did is a very leg dominant circuit. I did a 20-minute AMRAP. So 20 minutes, as many rounds as possible. I did 15 wall balls. I did 120-foot sled push, which for me, I have 30 feet down and back. So I did that down and back twice. And then I went over to the assault runner and I did a 400-meter run. I ended up getting just right at 5 rounds during that 20 minutes. And the beauty of this style is you can have so much creativity with it. And we just talked about this on the podcast the other day in last week's episode. If you want to train hybrid but you don't want to run, that's perfectly fine. You can pick other conditioning tools. The main idea with hybrid training is just blending strength and conditioning together. So this is a great way that you can do it. If you want to row, if you want to bike, if you want to ski, if you want to push a sled, if you want to run, you can do whatever you want. But it's just a great way to, yes, tax the muscles, but also still get your cardio in, especially as it's getting colder outside. If you live in a climate where it's harder to run outside, this is something you can do to maintain your conditioning. So I hope this video helped, guys. This is how I'm blending strength and conditioning in my program right now, especially with the emphasis of trying to build muscle mass. So thank you for watching, guys. If you guys are interested in supporting the brand, head over to fitgrindinforma.com. I'll leave the link below. Check out our supplement line and also leave a couple of videos to watch next. I'll see you guys in the next video.